Tonight's story is about a girl who stayed kind, even when life felt unfair. It's a quiet tale of patience, kindness, and a little bit of magic. Let's take a deep breath and begin the story of Cinderella. Cinderella lived in a small cottage with her stepmother and 2 stepsisters. Every day, she swept the floors, carried buckets of water, and helped with everything, while the others rested or dressed up. But even though she was tired, Cinderella smiled gently. She spoke kindly to the birds and the mice, and her heart stayed full of hope. Kindness matters, she often whispered to herself. One afternoon, a royal messenger came down the road. He brought a letter from the palace. "There will be a grand ball," the scroll read. "The prince shall choose someone to dance with. All are invited." Cinderella's eyes sparkled. She had never been to a ball before. She dreamed quietly of music and lights. Cinderella helped her stepsisters get ready. She tied their ribbons and brushed their hair. "Can I come too?" she asked. Her stepmother shook her head. "You have nothing proper to wear," she said sharply. "Stay home." So they left. And Cinderella sat by the fireplace, her heart quiet but still kind. As the moonlight drifted in, something shimmered. A gentle light filled the room, and from it appeared a woman with silver hair and a warm smile. "I am your fairy godmother," she said. "You shall go to the ball." Cinderella sat up, eyes wide with wonder. "But how?" she asked softly. With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a golden carriage. Mice became soft gray horses. Cinderella's dress shimmered and changed into something lovely and light. "But remember," the fairy godmother said, "when the clock strikes midnight, the magic fades." Cinderella nodded. "Thank you," she whispered. Her heart felt full. At the palace, lights twinkled like stars. Music played softly as Cinderella stepped into the room. Everyone turned to look at her. The prince smiled kindly and walked toward her. They danced slowly, gently, as if the whole world had hushed. Cinderella felt as though she was floating. For a moment, she forgot the clock. Then, the clock began to chime. Cinderella gasped and turned. Her dress began to fade, her slippers changing. She ran down the steps as quickly as she could. One glass slipper slipped off and landed with a soft sound. She didn't stop to pick it up. The magic was fading, and she hurried home. The next morning, the prince sent a page to search the kingdom. He carried the tiny glass slipper and asked every girl to try it on. The stepsisters tried, but it didn't fit. Their feet were too big, too small, too proud. Then they turned to Cinderella. She sat quietly by the fire. The slipper fit as if it had been made just for her. Soon, Cinderella was invited back to the palace. The prince greeted her with a soft smile. They walked through the garden together, the flowers blooming gently around them. It wasn't magic that brought her there. It was her kind heart, her quiet courage, and her hope. Cinderella's days were no longer filled with chores, but she still stayed gentle, still smiled at the birds and the mice. And so, Cinderella's story reminds us, even when life feels unfair, kindness still matters. Hope can grow even in the quietest corners. Now it's time to rest, little one. May your dreams be full of kindness, patience, and a bit of magic. Good night.